Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to my broadcast this evening. I want to talk about this Baba Ijesha story that's been ongoing since Monday. Now, I wanted to get all my facts and I wanted to have a little bit of time to research the story before I do this video. Now, I've gone through all the videos that have been out there, all the allegations, and what actually they said happened. I've also gone through the misconception, what Nigerians are thinking, what people are alleging happened before I did this video because I don't want to start this video without having my facts. This matter is a very sensitive matter that we all should be talking about because it might have happened to someone you know, it might have actually happened to you. You see, in African society, the children are not actually given the opportunity to speak when they are being molested, especially by their uncles or aunties or people who they believe to be relative or who are older than them. So what happens is that a child is molested. The child is afraid of actually talking about this to their parents because they are not believed, they are assured, or they are even made to be the victim. Before you make any conclusion about the story, let's go through the event that happened and what was said happened. Okay, from what I got from the story, the girl, of course, we're not going to show her face, is 14 years old now. The first molestation happened when she was 7. That is 7 years ago. Let's bring this story back to Bisola and Pastor Biodu. Nigerians did not believe her. Nigerians wanted evidence. Nigerians were asking, why did she not talk how many years ago? Imagine if you're a princess, you have a foster child who is living with you, who just alleged that uncle molested her. Maybe they had that conversation. If you're a princess, what will you do? Wouldn't you want an evidence? Wouldn't you want to test this guy and see if he will do the same thing? I've had the different allegations and different side of this story. What I want to do here is to bring this story to you and for us to think about the society that we live in. And for us to ask ourselves a question. Why do we not listen when the children are talking? Why do we victim shame? What led to Princess having to set up a camera to catch Baba Ijesha? It's not because of the society. It's not because of me and you asking for evidence whenever there is a rape case. Okay, I'm going to start with a video that Princess actually talked about what happened. I'm going to share this video with you for you to listen to what she said.
Are you there?
All right, I'm going to share this video.
I'm here.
Oh, good to have you on the show, Princess. So, Princess, the few things I would like you to start off with. This young girl, according to what you've told us, I have watched your live videos and you say she was raped. Could you confirm? Because the police is saying that he spoke to all the witnesses that it wasn't a rape, it was actually molestation. Could you clarify which it was?
No, she was raped.
Okay.
Immediately she told us, she wrote statements to the police, told them, explained how it was done. He asked her to remove her pants. He removed his pants, asked her to sit on his penis and start riding him. Then she felt a wetness all over her body. He brought out a handkerchief and cleaned it, asked her to go and bring a towel to clean the remaining. Then he came.
Okay, so this is actually Princess account of the first time this happened. I think Nigerians are mixing all this up. Okay, now if you watch it, I cannot show you the video on here. You need to go to my Instagram to watch the video of actually what happened, the video of the supposed setup. All right, now this man molested this girl when she was 7, from what we heard, and then they set him up. Now, let's not even talk about the setting up angle, because that is a different story altogether. Let's us listen to another, comment by, Princess about what actually happened. Because in this video, she was very emotional. So listen to her, tell her story.
I don't even know what happened. But please, as I was saying, please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Please. Some people are sending me hate messages, sending me shemo, different things. Leave me out of it. Remove me. Remove me. Put your child in the picture. Put your younger brother or your younger sister. And imagine Ijesha licking her from head to toe for 30 minutes. Please. Imagine Ijesha licking your child from head to toe, touching her breast, pressing her private part for 30 minutes. Please. Mo fi Ọlọ́run bá mo fi bẹ̀ yín. Stop spreading news that you don't know. Please. Investigation is ongoing. They want to collect evidence. The number one evidence in this life is the account of the victim. Number 2 is that of the abuser. Somebody that already agreed, said he did something more than 3 times, more than 4 times. You understand? It's not fair. I beg you, please, please, stop sending me hate messages. I appreciate those of you that are sending me prayers, trying to encourage me and all that. I really appreciate you. But if you don't like me, or you can't stand me, or you feel, oh, she should get lost, you don't even need to send me any message. Kò sí wàhálà. Tí bá tún ní pé kí n accept kíní, Ìyábọ̀ ti débí.
Okay, so let me explain what she's saying here, because Nigerians are actually not understanding the story. Now, the last event that was on the camera that we are seeing, that is on my Instagram, where Baba Ijesha actually was molesting this little child, is the one that was a setup. Now, before this particular incident, he had previously molested this child. And because nobody would believe them, this guy happens to be a very popular, I've never watched his video, but from what I got from my investigation or from my research, he's very well known, he's very popular. And the point was, who will believe this child? You see, I run a Facebook group, and sometimes the kind of comments I get from boys and, Mel on that page when it comes to rape, I, as a mom, I'm worried. I get worried sometimes because people don't actually listen to the rape victim. It has always been your fault, or they will say, are you saying the truth? Or they will say, are you sure? So Princess had to do what she had to do as a mom. She had to get the evidence. Maybe you guys don't understand, because some people keep saying he was only touching her, he only kissed her, he only touched her breast. And I'm like, are you crazy? A minor touched a breast of a minor? Is that not abuse? Is that not molestation? This is the man we're talking about. A man of close to 50 years old touching the breasts of a minor, and you're just saying he was just touching her? Because that is the one that we saw on the video. But this victim, this child, this baby actually said this is not the first time. It's been happening. If anybody wants to come into this, come on this show, I'm gonna put the link here, because we need to talk about this. It could happen to any of us, any of our children. And until we start being truthful to ourselves and start saying that this is wrong, then we are setting the wrong precedent in our society. You see, when I saw the video, I was so happy when Iyabo, came on, and she was very vocal about this, and she actually went to the police station with Princess when someone in Nollywood wanted to release this guy. And this person, I know this guy, a Yoruba artist again, kept saying he did not penetrate. And I'm like, so until he penetrates, that is when it's an abuse. Until when he rapes her, that is when it's molestation. See the kind of people that we have in our society. A minor. Of course, that was why they did not believe Bisola. Of course, that was why that story ended that way. Now, this woman is giving you evidence, and you still don't believe, and you're still saying that it is a setup. See, Baba Ijesha happens to be a married man. That's the wife. That is the wife. But he could not hold his pants and decides to molest a child. And we're busy calling it a setup. You see, when I see stories like this, the first thing I do is I try to, read what Nigerians are saying. What do they think? Yeah. And when I see that some people actually are looking at this story and reasoning the right way, I am and the child instead of all this nonsense grown-up adults are doing. This is too much. Can someone please pay attention to that little girl in pain? This is not about Princess. This is not about whether Princess went out to Baba Ijesha before, or whether Princess and Baba Ijesha is going out. So it's not about Princess. It's about a little child that was molested. It's about a little child that has been abused. Not once. From her own narration, from what she has said, this has happened 3 times. And he had come and he puts her on top of him. Can we listen to this child? Can we actually listen to what she had to say and stop making this about Princess? Whether you like Princess or not is immaterial. It's about what the child said. I don't know about, because we got the video from Punch posted it. People keep asking, why was this video given to Punch in the first place? Yeah. And I laugh when I see this kind of comments from Nigeria. Up until Thursday, Friday, you lot were saying that Princess were lying. You lot were saying there is no evidence. Even after seeing, I'm going to show you this confession video. Even after seeing this confession video, Nigerians were still saying that this was a setup. Watch this confession video.
No, let him wait, Oga. No, please, why did you do this to me, Yimubiri? Please. I don't want them. I know you are saying you are sorry, but I know you. Did I do anything to offend you? Why would you molest a 7-year-old? I'm saying almost 7+. If you are telling me pay is the devil, fine.
You should not talk about devil now. Only thing they are doing now.
But after everything I did for you, why?
You tried.
But why? But I want to understand. I took out my time, registered you in the school. The only thing I didn't even do was allow you to stay in my house. It was because my marriage just broke up and I didn't want people to. So what did I do to deserve this?
Oh, deserve it. If I'm lying, look, oh, deserve it. But me, more, do she me carrying mo bẹ̀bẹ̀ tó bá kọ̀rọ̀ pẹ́pẹ́ gbé mi lọ ẹ jẹ́ kí n kò pa ní ẹjọ́.
No, you have not even answered my question. Why molest a 7-year-old? Is sexual molestation, is it right?
You just tell me I don't understand you about this one.
I understand him now. She was on English.
No, the thing is that he molested her when she was 7. And then he came now that she's 14.
So do it again. Okay, why do it again now? Why do it again now? Okay, tell us, why do it again now?
I won't say not do it.
No, but why do it again now? I'm going to come. Why do it again now? Why do it again now? Why do it again now? Maybe we should just hand him over to.
They are coming, they are already on their way.
Because you are not talking to me.
Zoto said, if any police will come here, we should call them for Zoto. Let them, once he's registered.
Where is he going? Mashe, leave it. No, don't bother. Sit down back.
It was open.
Ma bother. I'm talking to you as a friend because I know that you had issues. And that issue, I went all out. I'm asking you, why harass a child at 7 years old and come back and harass her at 14? You are not giving me any cogent reason. You are saying it's them. But Muti, you didn't drink.
You just a little bit bigger than this. So you mean if you were to be in that shoe, you would spare that little girl?
He's telling me the fact.
You know what she calls me?
Daddy. He's not the father.
She did not joke with me.
Okay, I'm not gonna. This video, you can go to my website, to my Instagram, and watch all the video where he made his confession. It's there. So this guy actually confessed to molesting this child. Now, what bothers me is the society that we live in. After watching this video, after watching the actual video of him molesting the child, which is also on my Instagram, which was published by Punch, people are still, saying that it is a bet that he didn't molest, he did not ever molesting the child. It gets me wondering about the society that we live in, about our country. I came across this, comment from a Nollywood atoll, and I just couldn't believe that a man could write this. He said, all the adults in the CCTV shooter must, something about them spend their time in jail also. And he's talking about the fact that it was a setup, that they set up about, I'm talking about this guy, I don't know, his name is something Yomi. Yeah, this is the kind of people that we have in that industry. This is what he had to say about what happened. Now, he's kind of like defending Baba Ijesha. And I keep saying these people are all part of this abuse of female gender in Nigeria. How can you support someone? The evidence is there and you are still opening your mouth, even if you don't have any, just don't talk. Don't even talk. And he's busy talking about people that set Baba Ijesha up. He's not talking about the fact that this guy, even if they put the camera there, he actually did it. He actually went ahead to molest a 14-year-old. He actually touched this girl's breast. He actually kissed this girl. He actually touched her body and pulled her dress. He's not addressing that. He's been talking about people that set up camera because he's part of the system, because it's something that he can do, because he doesn't have any shame. A minor, for that matter, a minor. This is a society that we live in. I want to say that until we as a nation start understanding that every child matters, like when I say every child matters, this could happen to your own child. And as a mom, you need to start believing in your own children. Now, I'm going to read what this person wrote. Reading through most of the comment, then you know why people don't come out to say they were raped. This has happened to me, and I couldn't even tell my parents. Only a friend knows. Why, you say? Because I know them, that no one would ever believe me. They will blame me. I was a virgin, but I suffered through the pain alone. And that is why, as I write this, I weep not just for myself, but for generation unborn, a country where your children could be harmed and you can do nothing, and the guilty party goes free. If you are a parent or hope to be one soon, you should refrain from making insensitive comments. When I read this person's comments, is if you can just run through it as I'm talking, it brought to mind the society that we live in. The fact that, girls or even boys are raped, but we as parents, we don't stand up for our children. Princess decided to stand up for her child. Princess decided to do what any parent who loves their child would do, and that is to get the evidence. She decided to defy all condemnation, everything that we will say about her, everything the society will say about her, all the things that Nollywood will say about her. She decided to get that evidence, and she got it. She got it. No matter whatever we say, no matter how we say is a setup or not, she was looking after her child. She did what any sensible, loving mother would do to get this man jailed. He's not going to run away from this. He will get his full sentence. He can beg for forgiveness. He can ask for forgiveness. But the point is, the Nigerian society knows what and who he is. He is a pedophile. He is a pervert. He cannot be trusted with a child. He is a rapist. And anybody in that industry that supports him should also be checked. Princess didn't do any wrong. I've seen a lot of comments condemning her. I don't even know why she had to, do a disclaimer about the video. Princess, you had to do what you had to do. Because if this video was not released, they will come after you like they've been doing. They will say you're lying. They will say you don't have evidence. You had to do what you had to do to protect your child. And I give you kudos for that. As a mom, I will do worse for my child. I saw a news on Linda EKG of a man that they actually had to cut off his prick because he raped his niece. And I'm asking myself a question. Should we not be thinking about justice? Jungle justice for people that feel that they can get away with molesting minors in Africa because of the decaying society that we live in, where people feel that they can get away with blue murder. Thank God for someone like Tonto DK, whom when she heard about this story, she went all out for the female gender, for the female child. She called this Ato. She went after him. Thank God for someone like Ruth Kadri, who used her influence and her woe to talk about this story and make it be known. Thank God for people like Blessing CEO, who also spoke out loud about this and let their voice be heard. Don't mind some people without brain like Bookie Black. I don't understand why she will not shut up. Why must she defend someone because he happens to be a Yoruba actor? She believes so much in him. She can trust. How can you vouch for someone? You can only vouch for yourself. You were not there, Bookie. You were not there. Unless you are an enabler and you are part of this. The best thing you could have done was to shut up, Bookie. Enough is enough. I pray that Princess gets her justice. I pray that this child molester gets the time to spend in jail. I'm going to share my last video, and this video is a little long one, but she actually says everything I wanted to say in my video. Please listen to her, and this is what I want to say.
Okay, guys. Sorry. I was crying. Okay, I saw the video of Baba Ijesha. Oh, yes, Baba Ijesha. With the 14-year-old girl. I saw it on my manager's page, Big Sam's page. Samuel Olatunji, you can go and follow him to watch the video. I can't post it on my page. And by the time the video got to 3 minutes, I started crying. When he started rubbing her feet, raising her dress up, rubbing her breasts, I became so furious. I started crying. Now, this is my 2 cents. Anybody who justifies this, who still wants to ask questions, you are a bad person. You are a terrible person. If you still are in that position to feel that, or to assume that, okay, why didn't she, or why wasn't there, or okay, why did she even try to set him up again when it already happened, or why didn't they report the case earlier? All of now, God go judge now. If this video does not show that this man should be in jail, I became so furious because she is vulnerable. She's 14. There's nothing she can do. There's nothing she can do. She doesn't even have the physical strength to defend herself. Even while she was kicking your hands off, Baba Ijebu, you are still touching this girl. I hope and I pray you rot in jail. And while you are in jail,
All right, I'm going to stop there because she said something very nasty and I don't want YouTube to come after me. Go and watch the video on my Instagram page. All right, I'm going to stop here by saying the society that we live in actually mirrors the kind of person that we are. We need to, as much as we can, enable and support our children, especially the young ones, the minors who are being molested, not just by the men, by the women. Let me tell you something. When your child tells you, Mom, this happened to me, listen. And if you need to get evidence, because the society called Nigeria will not believe you until you get an evidence. So please do all you can to get the evidence like Princess did. And she will get my trophy of the best mom of the year because I will do the same. All Princess was doing was making sure the Nigerian public hear the truth. Because if she had not gotten that evidence, if she had not set this man up, like you guys are saying, the man is an adult. The man was not forced when they left the room to touch the little girl. The man was not forced to touch her breast. The man was not forced to pull her dress. The man was not touched to pull her legs. The man was not touched to want to take the girl to the room. The man is a 50-something years old man. He is a pervert. He is a pervert. Please, let's call a spade and stop supporting bad thing. Our society is who we are. What we support shows who we are. As you are drumming for Baba Ijesha, remember, you are also a pervert. You are also a child molester. This is my take on this video. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Please subscribe.